Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So we are going to talk about, in the past episodes I have talked about, giving Beachbody some credit, and I think in this video you're going to, if you're either part of Beachbody or not, you might relate with some of this, and I don't ever want to make it sound like Beachbody absolutely did everything wrong in my life. Like, there was some growth moments and some eye-opening experiences or whatever that happened, and I want to go over that because I do want to give Beachbody some credit. It's not like they're horrible at everything that they're doing. Do I believe in the structure? Do I believe in Beachbody as a whole? No. Do I think it's a good opportunity for people to get into and hope that they can create a life by their design? No. I don't think that at all. So I do want to talk about, though, like, it has brought good into my life, so I don't want this channel to all be like, it's not intended to bash. That's not what this is for. It's intended to be bringing awareness and letting people know, like, hey, this is what's going on, because there's a lot of people that just, they go into these things and they fall out, and then it's just, that's it, and then it's like a whole roller coaster all the time. It's the same thing over and over again. The fallout's huge, and it's just no one, I mean, there is now, finally there's an anti-MLM community who's speaking up, they're talking about it, but we continue, it's growing daily, and it's just, it needs to be heard. But I want this to be a positive channel, and so of course there's gonna be downsides. That's what MLMs are. They're very hard to keep positive with sometimes, and so I want to bring out some positives that happened through my time with Beachbody, and I'm sure even if you're in Beachbody or not, or if you were in Beachbody or not, you might relate to some of these. So number one, I'm going to list about 10 of them. Number one is the pre-workout. I love that pre-workout. I won't be buying it anymore, but it was something that I really love. I have a lot of it. I don't have a lot, but I still have a little bit in my pantry and everything, so I will continue to use it until it's out. But it does tastes really good. Like, I have my own concoctions. Like, it's something I never get bored of, and so I really do like their lemon pre-workout. That is really good. It's really yummy, so I do like that. So I'm gonna give that credit because that's really good. Number two is belief. So right away from the get-go, like, I was just like believing in myself. I felt good. Like, the community was there, so like, they were hyping me up, and I started to believe in myself, and I started to gain confidence, and I started just to like really kind of open my eyes to what I can do and what like my worth can be like. Am I saying that, MLMs will kind of try and tell you that, 9 to 5 jobs are like, you're better than that kind of a thing, and I am not saying that at all. I know I kind of believed that in the beginning. I felt like, my worth is more than a 9 to 5 job, and now that was a skewed thought. It's kind of what they plant in your head. I think 9 to 5s are great. They're awesome. Do I still want to be a part of them? Not really. I really want to build something for myself, so that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just going to try and take that risk and do those things. It did give me the belief that I needed to kind of open my eyes to start seeing the vision of that, if that makes sense. Okay, so number 3 is valued friendships or relationships or community. So this is something that's really important to me because, of course, like, I was in it to make friends. I love the community aspect. It was like-minded, like, we're all empowering each other for the most part, and it was just really fun. So like, the friendships that I have still remaining from my Beachbody days, like, those are really cherished friendships of mine, and I really value those friendships. And I know we don't see eye to eye on some things, and that's totally fine, but I know I really value those friendships, and it's something that's really important to me. So that is something that really was bringing some good into my life. And so if you guys don't know, my podcast is called Bring the Good, and so I really like to focus on the good, so that's why I'm kind of really talking about this. So it's like, bring the good. That's kind of like my logo. It was like not hashtag, but bring the good is kind of my thing. Number 4 is the confidence to actually be myself. So kind of quote unquote, maybe find myself. Confidence to find myself. Would I say I was myself in Beachbody? No, I wouldn't say that was like me. I would say that was me trying to be someone, or trying to be me, but it wasn't me. I wasn't hitting that nail on the head. Like, it just wasn't me yet, but it gave me the confidence to start trying new things, like being behind the camera, like speaking out, like having opinions, like having a voice. Like, that's something that it really did help me do, because I would never like usually go on my stories. I never went on my stories actually and talk. I would post selfies and stuff every once in a while, but like, I was rarely behind the camera, and so it actually it pushed that out of me to feel confident with who I am and start kind of that whole thing. So that's something that's really been really cool. Number 5, it's been challenging me. So, well, it did challenge me, and it challenges others. You're challenged to do all these things, I wouldn't say they're good challenges necessarily, but it does challenge you. You're challenged to do things like, you know, like the workouts or the meal plan or helping others, quote unquote, I guess. Like, I don't want to diss the programs because they're not bad programs. Like I said, it's just the system. It's how you get into it. You're sliding into DMs. You're kind of trying to talk about weight and bring up maybe sore subjects. Like, that's what gets to me. But like the challenge part of it, I mean, is like, you know, you're really working on yourself. You're trying new things. You're working on who you are as an individual. And I think that's really cool. And it can be challenging. So the challenge was real, and I think it was a great thing. And it's just a stepping stone in life. So number 6 is memories. The memories have been forever cherished. I love it. I know I went to California. That was a great time. We went with a group of girls who hit, it's like a diamond retreat or something. It was really fun, but you know, it was a trip. It wasn't necessarily free. Yes, like some of it was paid for, but the memories are forever cherished. I did have a good time. Like, I really cherish, like, that's the big thing. Like, the relationships mean so much to me in this that it's hard for me to sometimes post the things I post on YouTube now, just because I don't want them to like think I'm bashing them or bashing everything to do with Beachbody. It's just the system, the structure, the sleaziness that can be behind rank advancing and all the things. That is what I have a problem with. And you know, the whole picture behind, as coaches, we try to recruit and have this luxury lifestyle being sold, and it's just not the case. It's not the truth. It'll take a lot to get there, and we just sometimes don't know what that workload is, and it's definitely not what is shown when they say behind the scenes on Instagram. I don't think I've seen a coach ever show them sending invites or paying out basically loans to cover active status and all these things. Like, I haven't seen that on Instagram yet. I can't wait to maybe one day there'll be a coach who literally shows like the grind behind the whole Beachbody thing, that are still actively working it, besides like someone like me who's talking about it now because I'm not in anymore. Number 7 is a new perspective on life. I've always had big dreams, but like, I was a girl that was like, it's just a dream. It can never happen for me. It's something where I just have to go with the flow. I have to just settle, kind of a thing. I don't know, it's just so hard. I think life is just all of stepping stones, and you just kind of lead to where you're going, and one thing leads to another, and that's where it kind of, wherever it goes, it goes. And I think I was able to build steps or place stepping stones to where I'm going now. And I think it just, when I was joining it and like really digging into the online space and, you know, real entrepreneurship, like, you're able to have a new perspective on everything else and like see more opportunities out there and really just get a whole new glimpse into the world. Number 8, one second, my dog was like barking and freaking out. Number 8 is, this one's really cool to me. Like, I was able to watch like my clients, you guys, you could say, or my ladies, gain confidence. I was able to watch them hit milestones. I was able to watch my best friend step out of her comfort zone and really learn more about herself and watch her develop into, I guess, quote unquote, a better version of herself. And that was so cool to me. That was like why I think I loved it, lusted or whatever so much, is because of that aspect of watching my best friend like really just kind of develop into, I don't know, I think she just had so much growth too. And I think that's, you know, I know it was hard to leave because of that. It was hard to be like, I can't do this anymore, because I was watching how glowing she was, and she was taking care of herself, I guess. And I'm not saying she wasn't before, but I think she agrees with me that she definitely stepped out of her comfort zone. She challenged herself. She was growing, you know, personally wise, and just kind of seeing new perspectives on life too. And I think she was seeing some of the things I'm talking about, and I think it was just really cool to watch that. And again, watching my girls hit milestones, it was just really cool. That part was like probably so eye-opening to me. Like, it was just really cool to watch that, like, and just see that and be able to be a part of that. That was really, really cool. Number 9 is new paths. So the one thing through my time with Beachbody, I was able to envision new paths that I could take. So I was watching other former Beachbody coaches, you know, expand and try new things. And I was like, I have always like wanted to do YouTube, and podcasting was always such like a thing I never thought I would do. And then one day I was just like, I think I should podcast. And I decided to get a microphone, and I was obsessed. Like, I was always on that microphone, and I was just ranting, not silly. I mean, like, I was just like non-stop speaking into it. I was making courses because I wanted to use the microphone. Like, I loved it. And so like it just gave me new paths that I could walk down, and either I failed or I did okay, or I just wasn't ready for it yet, or I was. And it was just really cool to go through that too. And I think, you know, being when I was not in Beachbody, I think I just would have been in such a spot at that time yet. I don't know, I think I can't tell how a different way would have turned out. But where I was before coaching, I don't want to bring this necessarily into a whole MLM lesson type of thing. The prey is on the vulnerable people, and I was in a low spot, and I just don't know if I would have had the ambition or courage or confidence to start anything like this, to start and want to start anything like this, or be persistent on it, or be this bold or anything like that. And so I think since I was so bold and I already put myself in so uncomfortable positions in Beachbody, like with inviting and recruiting and all that stuff, and I think I've already made myself to be that girl, I guess you could say, that being where I am now and posting video and content like this, it's not that scary to me anymore, because I've already put myself in an uncomfortable position where I can do this, and I know I'm doing good, and I know why I'm doing it, and I know the purpose behind that, and I'm having reassurance from people like you guys who are watching this, messaging me and letting me know that this is actually helping them and I relate with you, kind of a thing, and this is their story, or all the things, and it just feels really good, or it just brings awareness to them, so they're like, okay, I'm just on the edge, like I just don't know what to do, because like, yes, I see where you're coming from, but because I love the community factor too, or whatever, like I totally understand all of this, and this is just to bring awareness. This is not to be like, quit Beachbody, don't do it, everything about it's terrible. I'm just saying, know the full picture, know all of it before you either quit your job for it, or before you really just dump a whole bunch of money into it. Just know what has to be put into it first, before, you know, you can really start making like a decent money. And like, and you know, I'm not saying you can't make money, I'm not saying that. I'm saying, well, first of all, it takes a while for you to start making money, but to make money is the work that you have to do what you want to do, kind of thing. And then finally, number 10 is my voice. It gave me my voice. It let me start my podcast, like I said, but it let me go through an experience that was great, but it was also traumatic. And then I was like, I don't know if I can do this. It's just, it's so honestly sleazy. I just felt so wrong when I was doing it. But then, I don't know, I had this experience now where I can speak on it. And like I said, I think everything happens for a reason. And so I think that number 10 is number 10 because it gave my voice. It's exactly what I'm doing now. It led me here so I can be part of this community and spread awareness, because I just feel like I can do that for you guys, whether it's stories, whether it's experiences or whatever. Like, I feel like I can hopefully portray a classy image of what this job is. And that's the thing. I just want to spread awareness, because no one should feel stolen from, no one should feel cheated, no one should feel like they're not good enough, no one should feel like it just didn't work out for them because they're not pretty enough. No one should feel like they didn't work hard enough. So when you get into this business, you get into it because they make it like, it sounds like anyone can do it. Like, it's meant for anyone, literally. But then if you decide to step away because it's not what you think, it's like you didn't work hard enough. It's like, it's so back and forth. It's just like, people just need to be aware of what this actually is. And so that is the purpose of it. I hope you enjoyed the top 10. Like I'm saying, it's not all bad. Do I think you need Beachbody to accomplish any of this, or any other MLM to accomplish any of these things, or what good has been brought into your life if you're involved in anything? Do I think you need those things? No. Did it maybe make it a little bit easier? I mean, maybe, just because I don't know if I would have stepped out of my comfort zone this quickly. But do I think you should get into this for this to happen? I don't know. I don't think so. I think if you really have it on your heart and you're watching this, the best advice I could say is just start. It's so uncomfortable, I understand that, but your people are gonna love you, and just keep doing it and continue to share your voice or whatever you want to share, and be confident with who you are, because we all deserve to be heard, we all deserve to be cared for, we all deserve to feel worthy, we all deserve to feel good, honestly, and we need that good brought to us. So I just hope this was helpful, and I hope this was a nice twist on this, because I definitely, like I said, this is not to bash all the time. I don't want that. I just want to spread awareness, and I don't want to take away any credit from Beachbody at all. So again, you guys, supporting my channel, it really has been so incredible. You guys have been amazing. Subscribing, liking, whether it's a up like or a dislike, it all helps me out so much. And the comments below, I love reading your guys' comments. I try to get back to them as quickly as I can. The first hour, I'm always in those comments right away, but then it takes me a while. I'll go back and forth and just kind of check in on them. But it really does mean so much to me that you guys are sharing your stories with me. You go into my DM on Instagram and just talk to me about it. If you have opinions, you're leaving classy opinions in the bottom of the comment section, so I really appreciate that. But it really does support my channel. So I don't know if a lot of people know this. In YouTube, the best way to like really share a message, so if you're passionate about this like message at all, like with MLMs and stuff, it really does help to subscribe and hit that like button, just because it tells YouTube that, hey, this is a good message or a good video to push out there, so they're gonna push it out there. So again, thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for subscribing and liking, and for sure leave a comment, say hi, and I'll check in with you, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I want to remind you that I do post on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. I'm seeing how it works. I do want to incorporate some more like lifestyle type things. Of course, anti-MLM stuff is still going to be a part of this. I just would like maybe every once in a while to post a lifestyle type content too. So if you have any suggestions, leave them down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.